You have felt it, that sick, hollow feeling when you realize someone just played you. Again, you gave them the benefit of the doubt, you extended trust, you helped them when they needed it. And now you are standing there alone, holding the bag while they walk away with exactly what they wanted. You are not stupid, you are not weak, but you have been operating with a fatal flaw. You have been playing checkers in a world full of chess masters. You have been bringing honesty to a knife fight. You have been assuming that other people think like you, that they value fairness, that they operate with the same moral compass. They do not. And that assumption has cost you opportunities, relationships, money, and respect. The world is not a meritocracy of kindness. It is a hierarchy of leverage. Those at the top did not get there by being the nicest. They got there by understanding something you were never taught. Power is not given, it is taken. Respect is not earned through goodness, it is commanded through strategic positioning. And manipulation is not some evil superpower that only bad people have. It is a language, and right now you do not speak it. So you are being spoken to. You are being moved around the board like a pawn while others play the game you did not even know existed. This is going to change. By the end of this, you will understand the mechanics of manipulation so deeply that you will see it coming from 3 moves away. You will learn how to weaponize your own presence, how to control a room without saying a word, and how to make people believe that serving your interests was their idea all along. This is not about becoming a monster. This is about becoming dangerous. There is a difference. A monster is chaotic, obvious, and ultimately powerless because everyone sees it coming. A dangerous person is calculated, invisible, and always 3 steps ahead. Machiavelli said it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. But let me go further. It is better to be underestimated than feared. Because the moment people fear you, they prepare for you. But when they underestimate you, they hand you the keys to their kingdom without even knowing it. Let us start with the most important truth. You are being manipulated right now. Every single day. By your boss who frames exploitation as opportunity. By your friends who only call when they need something. By your partner who has learned exactly which buttons to push to make you fall in line. By the algorithm that keeps you scrolling. By the news that keeps you angry. By the culture that tells you to be authentic, which really means be predictable so you are easier to control. You think you are making choices. You are not. You are responding to stimuli like a lab rat. Someone else designed the maze. Someone else put the cheese at the end. And you are running, thinking you are free. The red pill is this. Freedom is not found in authenticity. Freedom is found in strategy. The person who controls the frame controls the outcome. And right now you do not control the frame. Other people are setting the narrative. They are defining the terms. They are deciding what is fair, what is reasonable, what is expected. And you are nodding along because you do not want to seem difficult. You do not want to rock the boat. You do not want to be seen as selfish or cold. So you smile, you agree, you sacrifice, and inside you are screaming. Here is what nobody tells you. The people who are using you are not more skilled than you. They are not smarter. They are not more deserving. They simply understand one thing that you do not. Social interaction is a game of implied contracts and manufactured perception. Whoever controls the perception controls the reality. Think about someone in your life who always gets their way. They are not louder. They are not more aggressive. They simply know how to frame their needs as urgent and your needs as optional. They know how to create a crisis that only you can solve. They know how to make you feel guilty for having boundaries. They know how to play the victim so convincingly that you end up apologizing for something they did to you. This is not an accident. This is a skill, and it is a skill you can learn. But first, you have to kill the part of you that thinks this is wrong. You have been raised in a world that romanticizes the underdog, that glorifies the martyr, that tells you that good things come to those who wait. Let me tell you what comes to those who wait: scraps, the leftovers, the position that nobody else wanted. You have been fed a lie. The lie is that if you are just good enough, just kind enough, just patient enough, the universe will reward you. The universe does not care. The universe is not a moral agent. It is a set of physical laws and social structures that reward leverage, timing, and strategic action. You can be the most talented person in the room and still get passed over for the promotion. Why? Because someone else understood that promotions are not about merit. They are about visibility, narrative, and making the decision maker believe that promoting you serves their interests. You can be the most loyal friend and still get discarded. Why? Because loyalty without boundaries is not valued, it is expected. It becomes invisible. You can be the most loving partner and still get cheated on. Why? Because love is not enough. Desire is about tension, mystery, and the fear of loss. When you are completely available, completely predictable, completely safe, you become furniture, comfortable, useful, and ignored. This is the harsh truth. People do not value what they have. They value what they might lose. They do not respect what is free. They respect what costs them something. Right now, you are free, you are available, you are predictable. And that is why you are being used. The first principle of Machiavellian strategy is this: never let them see the full picture. Information is currency. The moment you reveal everything, your needs, your fears, your limits, you hand them the map to control you. Every piece of information you give is a lever someone else can pull. You think you are being open. You think you are building trust. What you are actually doing is giving them ammunition. Let me give you an example. You are negotiating a salary. You tell them you really need this job because you have been out of work for 3 months. You just gave away your leverage. Now they know you are desperate. Now they know they can lowball you and you will take it. A Machiavellian does not reveal need. They reveal options. Even if this is the only offer you have, you imply there are others. You create the perception of demand. You let them believe that you are considering multiple opportunities and they need to compete for you. Same situation, completely different outcome. This applies to every interaction. When someone asks you for a favor, do not immediately say yes, even if you plan to do it. Pause. Let them sit in the uncertainty. Let them wonder if you will help. Let them sell you on why you should. This does exactly 2 things. First, it increases the perceived value of your help. Second, it trains them to understand that your time is not free. It must be earned. You are not being rude. You are being strategic. You are teaching people how to treat you. And you teach them not with words but with patterns. The second principle is this: control the frame or be controlled by it. Every conversation, every relationship, every negotiation exists within a frame. The frame is the set of assumptions that define what is normal, what is acceptable, what is expected. Whoever sets the frame controls the interaction. Let me show you how this works. Your boss asks you to stay late. Again, the frame they are setting is this: staying late is what good employees do. If you leave on time, you are not a team player. You are letting people down. If you accept this frame, you lose. You either stay late and get exploited, or you leave and feel guilty. A Machiavellian does not accept the frame. They reframe. I have been staying late 3 times a week for the past month. I am happy to continue contributing at this level, but I need us to discuss either adjusting my compensation or redistributing the workload. You just reframed the situation. Now the frame is not about loyalty. It is about fairness and sustainability. You did not say no. You did not complain. You simply made it clear that the current arrangement has a cost, and costs must be paid. Most people will not do this because they are afraid of the conflict. They are afraid of being seen as difficult. But here is the secret. Difficult people get more respect than easy people, because difficult people have standards, and standards imply value. When you are easy, you signal that you are grateful just to be included. When you are difficult, you signal that inclusion is a privilege. This is not arrogance. This is positioning. The third principle is this: use silence as a weapon. Most people are terrified of silence. They fill it with explanations, justifications, apologies. They talk themselves into corners. They reveal things they did not need to reveal. A Machiavellian understands that silence is power. When you stay silent, the other person fills the void, and in filling it, they reveal themselves. They show you their anxieties, their assumptions, their limits. Let me give you a scenario. Someone criticizes you in a meeting. Your instinct is to defend yourself, to explain, to prove them wrong. Do not stay silent. Look at them. Let the silence stretch. Let the room feel the weight of their accusation without your reaction. What happens? They start to backtrack. They start to soften. They start to wonder if they went too far, or someone else jumps in to defend you because the silence made the attack feel too harsh. You did nothing. You said nothing. And yet you won. This works in negotiations too. You make an offer, they counter with something lower. You do not immediately respond. You just look at them. You let the silence sit. They will start talking. They will start justifying. They will start negotiating against themselves. Well, I mean, we could maybe go a little higher. You did not have to argue. You just had to wait. Silence is uncomfortable, and discomfort makes people move. If you are comfortable in the discomfort, you control the movement. The fourth principle is this: make them think it was their idea. The most powerful form of manipulation is invisible. When people know they are being manipulated, they resist. But when they believe they came to the conclusion on their own, they defend it. They become invested in it. This is the art of inception. You do not tell people what to do. You guide them to the answer you want and let them believe they discovered it. Let us say you want your partner to spend less time with a friend you do not trust. If you say, "I do not want you hanging out with them," you create resistance. You become controlling. They dig in. Instead, you plant seeds. You ask questions. You notice they always seem stressed after hanging out with that friend. You mention casually that you read something about how certain friendships can be draining without us realizing it. You do not accuse, you observe, you wonder aloud. Over time, they start to notice the pattern. And one day they come to you and say, "You know what, I think I need some space from that friend. I have been feeling drained." You nod. You support them, and inside you smile, because they just did exactly what you wanted and they think it was their choice. This is not evil, this is influence. Every leader, every marketer, every successful person uses this. They shape the environment so that the desired behavior feels natural. You are not forcing anyone. You are simply arranging the pieces so that the path you want them to take is the path of least resistance. The fifth principle is this: never reveal your full power. The moment people know what you are capable of, they prepare defenses, they become cautious, they limit your access. But when they underestimate you, they get careless, they leave doors open. They say things they should not say. They give you opportunities they would never give someone they saw as a threat. This is why you should never correct everyone who underestimates you. Let them think you are nice. Let them think you are naive. Let them think you are not paying attention. And while they are busy dismissing you, you are gathering information. You are building alliances. You are positioning yourself. And when the moment comes, when you make your move, they will never see it coming. There is a reason the most dangerous players are the quiet ones, not because they are weak, because they are watching, they are learning. They are waiting for the exact right moment. Machiavelli wrote that it is better to be impetuous than cautious, because fortune is a woman and it is necessary to hold her down and beat her. But I will add this: it is better to appear cautious while being impetuous in secret. Let them think you are slow, let them think you are careful, and then strike so fast they do not have time to react. This is the essence of strategic surprise. You are not hiding because you are afraid. You are hiding because visibility is a liability until the moment it becomes an advantage. The sixth principle is this: create dependency without attachment. Power comes from being needed. But the moment you need them back, you lose the power. This is the paradox. You must make yourself indispensable to others while remaining completely dispensable of them. How do you do this? You become the person who solves problems. You become the connector. You become the one with the knowledge, the skills, the resources that others do not have. You make yourself valuable. But here is the key: you never let them know how much you need them. You never let them see you sweat. You never let them know that losing them would hurt you. Because the moment they know you need them, the dynamic flips. Suddenly they have leverage. Suddenly they can make demands. Suddenly you are the one being managed. Think of it like this: you are a bank. People come to you for loans. You give them what they need, but you charge interest. The interest is not money. It is loyalty, information, favors down the line. You are building a network of people who owe you, but you never owe anyone. You never take a loan you cannot afford to default on. This sounds cold. It is. But it is also how power works. The people at the top are not there because they are the most loving. They are there because they are the most connected and the least dependent. You can still care about people. You can still have genuine relationships, but you must have a part of yourself that remains untouchable, a part that can walk away from anything if the cost becomes too high. This is not cruelty. This is self-preservation. The seventh principle is this: punish disloyalty swiftly and silently. When someone betrays you, your instinct might be to confront them, to yell, to demand an explanation. Do not. Confrontation reveals that they hurt you. It reveals that you care, and that gives them power. Instead, you withdraw, you become cold, you become unavailable, you do not explain why, you just change. They will notice, they will ask what is wrong. You smile, you say nothing is wrong. But everything has changed. You stop giving them access, you stop sharing information. You stop doing favors. You are not angry, you are indifferent, and indifference is far more terrifying than anger. Anger means you still care. Indifference means they no longer matter. This sends a message to everyone watching. Cross me and you become irrelevant. You do not have to destroy them. You just have to remove them from your equation, and others will see this. They will learn. They will understand that your kindness is a privilege, not a right, and privileges can be revoked. The eighth principle is this: always have an exit. The person who can walk away holds all the power. If you are trapped in a job, a relationship, a situation, you are not negotiating, you are begging. This is why you must always be building options, always be networking, always be saving money, always be developing skills, always be cultivating relationships outside of your main circle, not because you plan to leave, but because you need to know that you can. When you have options, you negotiate from strength. When you have no options, you accept whatever you are given. Let me be very clear. The goal is not to be disloyal. The goal is to never be in a position where loyalty is your only option. Because the moment someone knows you cannot leave, they stop trying to keep you. They stop valuing you. They start taking you for granted. But when they know you could leave, when they know other people want you, suddenly you become precious. Suddenly they start investing in you. This is basic economics. Scarcity creates value. Abundance creates disposability. Be scarce, even if you have to manufacture it. The ninth principle is this: control your emotions or they will control you. Emotions are information. They are useful, but they are not strategy. When you react emotionally, you give away your position. You show your hand. You become predictable. A Machiavellian feels everything but shows nothing. You can be furious inside, but outside you are calm, you are measured, you are thinking 3 moves ahead. This is not repression, this is discipline. You are not ignoring your emotions. You are using them as data. Why am I angry? What boundary was crossed? What do I need to do to ensure this does not happen again? You process it internally, and then you act strategically. Maybe you cut someone off. Maybe you reframe the relationship. Maybe you file the information away and use it later, but you do not explode. You do not lash out, because emotional reactions are easy to dismiss. People will say you are overreacting, you are too sensitive, you are being dramatic, but strategic action is undeniable. When you calmly and quietly change the terms of engagement, people cannot argue with it. They can only adapt or leave. The 10th principle is this: build a reputation, then use it. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. It precedes you, it opens doors, it creates assumptions, and assumptions shape behavior. If people believe you are ruthless, they will not test you. If people believe you are generous, they will come to you for help. If people believe you are connected, they will treat you with respect. The key is to be intentional about what reputation you build, and then to use it as a tool. Let me give you an example. You want people to stop wasting your time with trivial requests. You start saying no to small things. You do it politely but firmly. Word spreads. He does not do small favors. Now people stop asking. They only come to you with serious things. You just filtered your requests without having to explain yourself every time. Your reputation did the work for you. Or let us say you want to be seen as someone who keeps their word. You make very few promises, but the ones you make you keep, no matter what. People start to notice. When he says he will do something, it gets done. Now your word carries weight. Now when you make a promise, people believe you. And when you make a threat, they believe that too. You are not just managing interactions, you are managing perception. And perception is reality in the social world. The final principle is this: the game never ends. You do not win and then relax. The moment you relax, someone else is positioning, someone else is building alliances, someone else is learning your weaknesses. This is not paranoia, this is realism. The world is competitive, resources are limited, attention is limited, power is limited, and people are always playing for position, even the people who smile at you. Even the people who call you friend, they have their own interests, and when your interests align, you are allies, but the moment they do not, you are competitors. This does not mean you trust no one, it means you trust strategically. You give people room to prove themselves. You test loyalty in small ways before you bet big. You watch what people do, not what they say. And you never, ever assume that because someone has been loyal in the past, they will be loyal in the future. Circumstances change, incentives change, people change. Your job is to stay aware, to stay flexible, to always have a backup plan. You are not cynical, you are prepared. There is a concept in game theory called the iterated prisoner's dilemma. It shows that the most successful strategy is not always cooperate and not always defect. It is tit for tat. You start with cooperation. But if someone betrays you, you betray them back. And if they cooperate again, you cooperate again. You mirror, you adapt, you respond to the environment. This is the Machiavellian mindset. You are not good, you are not evil. You are strategic, you reward loyalty, you punish betrayal. You cooperate when it serves you, you compete when you must. And you always keep your eyes open. Now let me tell you what happens when you apply all of this. You stop being the person things happen to. You become the person who makes things happen. You walk into rooms and people feel your presence. Not because you are loud, because you are centered. You are not seeking approval. You are evaluating whether they are worth your time. You stop chasing. You stop explaining. You stop apologizing for taking up space. You set terms, you make offers. You walk away from bad deals, and people notice. They start coming to you. They start asking for your time. They start valuing your opinion because you stopped being available and started being valuable. You stop getting used because people realize that using you comes with a cost. And most people are not willing to pay it. You stop getting manipulated because you see the game, you see the frame, you see the setup, and you either reframe or you walk away. Your relationships improve, not because you became nicer, because you became clearer. You know what you will tolerate and what you will not. You know what you give and what you expect in return. And people respect that. They might not like it at first. They might push back. They might call you selfish. Let them, because the people who truly value you will adapt, and the people who are only using you will leave. And that is exactly what you want. You are not here to be loved by everyone. You are here to be respected by the people who matter. You are not here to be comfortable. You are here to be effective. You are not here to play fair. You are here to win. And winning does not mean destroying others. It means protecting yourself. It means building a life where you are not at the mercy of other people's agendas. It means becoming someone who cannot be moved, cannot be manipulated, cannot be ignored. This is not about becoming heartless. This is about becoming strategic with your heart. You still love, you still care, you still give, but you do it from a position of strength, not desperation. You give because you choose to, not because you are afraid of what happens if you do not. This is freedom. This is power. This is the Machiavellian mindset. You are no longer the prey. You are the player, and the game has just begun.